You have to direct connect the thing.
I think it's a little bit too far on this side and not enough for Damien. Look how dark Damien is.
That's because I'm
about to fix it.
Yeah, it needs to be like that way a tiny bit.
Now that it's live, I can fix it all.
Adjust.
There's water right here, bro.
I was on the floor.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we
I'm still
go.
gonna be dark some tan.
Yes.
You know?
You are tan.
Yeah. I work outside.
You got that t-shirt tan,
Yeah.
ankle tan
Oh,
only.
bro, wait till you see if I take off my shirt around you, bro. It's bad. It's bad.
Respect though.
Damon takes his shirt off. I'm getting.
The world needs people like you.
That's where we get the border.
Dang, I need that piece.
No,
What?
we wouldn't be playing motherfucking baseball and shit without you.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody would. The world's children need you.
What is up, everybody?
Yo.
First comment there. Who is it? The beer's far from us, guys.
Quinn. What up, dudes? I included in that, so you have to answer that.
The sky.
My dudes
This
and ladies.
not ejected.
What up, twin?
Did I do this right?
Probably. You always do.
It just looks regular.
Fuck.
Is everybody still in
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the
Yes.
screen?
Yep.
Yes. I believe so.
Not you though.
Who do? Hey, Riveth. Will you put this in your USB?
You're sitting right next to a.
Thing.
What up, Rube?
I don't have a wall charger though.
Who
You don't have a
are
box?
No,
you? Who are you?
Well, I have my USB splitter.
nobody likes you. Shut up.
You're right. Shut up.
Don't leave me. Don't,
Don't
don't leave me.
Truth hurts.
No. You're my only white friend that makes you diversified.
Yeah, you're right. I'm like that token white guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a token white guy. I didn't know that was a thing.
In every situation,
Depends on the neighborhood.
whatever the minority is, there's a token of.
Yeah, right?
I've definitely been token white girl.
Yeah, the token white girl.
For sure.
I should have lowered the camera more.
I like what I'm doing.
And I like the clock.
Do it.
Still good.
Want to do it?
No.
Okay, that'd be good. Why not?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Looks good.
We're live.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Better? Right there?
Yeah, right
That's
there.
good. Perfect. That's good. That's really good.
Phone Tooth Radio. We're live.
We're live.
We're
Super
talking warnings and cups and a man's fingernails.
Queens.
Queens? Is that like lewds but with weed?
Queens.
Queens.
Oh my god. That's a new, I should make a weed capsule that's called Waludes.
Queens?
I don't think you're probably not even allowed to.
Waludes.
We call them balloons.
Waludes.
We're looting. Dang, that thing needs to be turned that way. Dang it.
Why?
The light?
You're not bright enough.
What I think is that-
just the camera.
No, what I think is that it's like,
Uh,
this is the problem.
That's actually.
It's
smart.
not, this is the middle.
That's great, right there.
Right, this is the middle.
Right there.
and I think we'll be able to see you
Super duper right there.
You go back with it.
Yeah, you back.
Uh,
Right there. Perfect.
What do I know?
Yeah, you're, you know, in e-commerce.
I mean, we have to every time we do this, we have to like
Figure it out. You gotta figure it out.
everything
We
because
adjust.
This is a good little workout.
We adjust.
adjustments.
So, welcome to another installment of Pulling Teeth Radio. I'm Holiday Burns.
I'm Kevin James,
I'm Brandon with Bud Bucks.
I'm
and this is
Elizabeth Taylor.
our special guest.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Kayla.
Oh,
Davidson.
Elizabeth Taylor, what was she in?
Everything? What do you mean?
Everything.
Cleopatra?
She was Cleopatra.
She was also just like a drama queen.
No, what was that movie?
I said that because that's like what my Venmo is. Elizabeth Taylor's
Really?
cat. And people were
Taylor's
like,
cat.
what? And I'm like, yeah, that's you can pay me there.
Wasn't she
Free
also
money.
Morticia?
Interesting. No.
So speaking of cats, my
that was
That's the lady too.
that's the lady from man, what is her name?
Transylvania.
Is it Devil's Wear Prada? That lady?
oh, that older lady.
Yeah.
Oh
She
man,
played
Right.
Morticia.
What about that Disney movie?
No,
with
no,
the-
no, no.
with the witches.
she did play Morticia.
Yeah,
Yes, the
she
one
did.
that was in the Devil's
Morticia.
Not,
Wear Prada.
not Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
She's the one who played Morticia, I believe, in the Adam Sandler movie.
Oh,
Yeah. You're
And she's
fact
fucking
checking.
beautiful.
she is.
Even at the Devil's Wear Prada's age, she was fucking beautiful. But there's a movie that had who's the famous girl from the Breakfast Club that everybody like? Fuck. Oh no, Breakfast at Tiffany's. No, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
What the
She's
hell?
fucking beautiful. So I had such a big crush on
Yeah,
her.
what's her name? What the
Audrey
heck?
Hepburn?
Yeah.
Audrey
there you go,
Hepburn. Bro, I had an ex that looked like Audrey
yeah.
Hepburn.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Can I please have the adapter?
The gold thing in front of me. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I need the cap too, please.
Oh, her name is Angelica Houston.
There you go. Yeah, but that's different than Devil Wears Prada.
Cold Start.
Who's the lady in Devil Wears Prada? That's
What?
maybe
What's that?
maybe it's just because they both got pointy noses.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I don't know why that- I don't know why that.
She's a mean lady in real life too.
That reminds me. I went to go see The Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe.
Was it good?
That movie's a little disturbing. I'll tell you why. It's about two dudes
Yeah.
getting cabin fever,
Oh.
living on this fucking lighthouse.
Ding 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 ding.
Well, yeah, there's like you start realizing that Willem Dafoe has seduced this younger man. The younger man
William
is,
Dafoe seduces a younger man.
well, that's his whole life.
I was
But,
about to say, so now they made a movie about it?
yeah, and like,
It's pretty cool, I guess.
but the kid in the movie, like he's not a kid, but the man in the movie, he's like blocking it out, like he's just pretending that it didn't happen, and like he's just going crazy throughout the whole movie. And there's this scene where him and Willem Dafoe are drinking together. And Willem Dafoe's acting like a housewife almost, because he's like, the guy's like, oh, he goes, I can't stand you and your fucking farts and all this stuff. Like, it's very crazy.
Like the
And
lead.
Willem Dafoe's like, but what about my lobster? You like my lobster, right? You tell me you like my cookie.
Weird.
It's weird.
Turns into like a housewife.
And then they start fucking arguing, and then they start fighting,
Weird.
and they end up like holding each other. And Willem Dafoe is about to go in for a kiss, and the guy just clocks him. Yeah.
That's the movie.
The movie's nuts,
Yeah.
and like they work
Did this come
on
out
this.
recently?
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
great movie, and like Willem Dafoe talks like a pirate the whole movie. And like one of my favorite lines in this movie is like, "I saw you sparring with a gull. It's bad luck to kill a seabird.
Oh my god.
Remember
Wow.
that?
I
It's
feel
bad
like
luck."
that's the kind of movie that like halfway through them making it, they're like, what are we doing?
Yeah, they're just like, "Fuck it, just keep going with
They're like, just keep hugging each other. Just keep
them." See, look at that. Perfect. Notes.
Oh, nice.
But it's not backwards.
It's not. I couldn't do it. Fuck it. I'm gonna have to watch another instructional video.
There's a certain way you're supposed to fold it.
Yeah.
You have to fold
Yes.
it in one more
Yeah,
time.
I know, but you have to get that tucked right perfect the
Mhm.
first time. Start it.
G Smash. Who's G Smash?
Oh,
That's a
man.
new one.
Oh, what's up? What's up? If you are in here, make sure you share,
Comment. Subscribe.
comment, like, subscribe,
Tell your
tell your
friends.
friends. Okay, Damien.
Tell your friends. Tell them that you're here.
Most things nicely.
Damien, what did you do this week?
Mostly work, but we are in the Art Basel mode now in Miami. So that means my city's full of fucking hipsters that look at art, pretend they know what they're talking about.
So you mean
Stop the Uber. I need to take a
Oh,
picture.
Damien's about to burn himself down.
I already did. You got me bad.
But I thought you said they don't have any apps. Is it disintegrate?
Bro,
No, they will go.
first of all,
Not backwards, but Raws, if you do not hit them within like a few seconds, they'll just get out.
well, you gotta get them
Remember
started.
those cellulose papers? Those like translucent, like like vegetable.
Those are so bad
They're
for
made
you.
of, like,
I've never.
They're so
it's
bad
been a
for
long
you.
time. I was just
Because like,
talking about
it's
it.
cool to like refine plant cellulose like that.
Yeah,
But what is plant cellulose? Plant sugars.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
You
your
ever
like.
burn sugar? It's caramelized.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
then
it's
and
not
You look at
good.
the ash off of those fucking papers.
Yeah.
It's hard ash. You're like, what is that?
it's like crack ass.
Yeah, it's that. I don't know what crack ash is, but.
It doesn't look good.
You can put those things in your mouth and they would start to dissolve.
Mhm.
You
Like a
eat it, you
Listerine
can
one.
like eat it, if you were like dying on or like alone on an island, you could like eat that after smoking it?
I don't know, but I mean, like
It'd be worth a try.
For sure.
one thing I was never into was one of the companies that HBI owns. HBI is the mother company of Raw. They own Juicy J's, and I was never into flavored paper.
Yeah.
But HBI also owns this other company called Cyclone. Cyclone makes a flavored tip,
Huh.
and the tip.
That's
If
cool.
you have a flavored tip, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Because
better
it's like
than having
by
a
choice.
flavored paper. You're burning
Yeah.
that flavor. It's
Yeah.
weird to me.
Yeah.
It was like
it just depends. I think just like how some companies, I don't know how's the flavor put on there. Is it a vapor flavor?
See, that's what I don't understand. Like,
Sprayed.
there's a company that I met in California that they infuse people's flowers with flavors, like terpenes.
Yeah, but that makes me like.
But I was like, how do you do it then? They have this chamber. It's like this cool chamber that you load in an essential oil, and it doesn't mist it. It like vaporizes it in a way where it infuses whatever's inside it.
Mhm.
I don't like that because it's artificial.
Yeah, the oils in general, like, just not.
Yeah, I like natural flavorings and stuff. And like, there's, if you have a good enough grower, you get a lot of cool stuff with great natural terpenes. Like, dude, there's a company that I've been fucking with recently called Head Stash Collective, and they have two strains, two that are fucking amazing. One is called Marshmallow, and when you smell it, you know that dull sugar smell that marshmallows have.
Plastic.
This has that. I'm like, no way.
Weird.
No way. And then they have this stuff called apple fritter.
Mm.
And the guy goes, yeah, man, we're the only people that have apple fritter right now. He goes, and guess what? I got this for you. And he gives me apple fritter live resin. He goes, this is the first one. You're the first person to get it. I'm like, oh my God, this apple fritter live resin. It's sitting on my, I get like a decent amount of free oil. Like, I don't go looking for it, but people give it to me to do reviews. But when I get something like that, I have to smoke everything else until I touch that. That thing's sitting in my cupboard, like I haven't even touched it yet.
Special. That would be in my like drug box. That's like a
Yeah,
special
a drug box.
That's, like,
Everybody
for
has
the
a drug
special
box.
stuff.
Yeah. I still have my first drug box.
It'd be fun to write a rap song called Drug Box.
Would your
Maybe like the story of
I've seen
everything
he
that
has
you
a song
hold in
called
there.
Riddle Box.
we started to start Holiday had an idea to start a band called Slumlords. We were gonna buy a really bad trailer park and be the slumlords of the trailer park,
Yes,
and just start the band and be like the slumlords and the maintenance men.
but
Nice.
also,
So you mean like what's that show about those guys in Canada?
Trailer Park
Trailer
Boys?
Park
But see,
Boys.
the thing is, we would become the maintenance man there, and so people wouldn't know that we actually owned it. So whenever they complain to us, we'd be like, "Yeah, we sent in all the paperwork. Just
Really?
I don't know what the owners
It'd be
are
like
just
me
real
how I
pieces
like
of
I
shit."
do customer support and I use like an alias. So that
And
they
then
don't know.
we would show up, dressed as the actual businessmen that we are, and then just come in one day and be like, "Where's all the maintenance men?"
They're all gone. I lived in a slum trailer park. This was really bad. And man, I don't know if I should tell this story online, but I lived in right outside of Polk County
Mhm.
in Leesburg, Florida, near Fruitland Park. Like, if you're in Fruitland Park, the surrounding counties are Oxford, Leesburg, and the villages. And literally, if you're standing in Fruitland Park, you could spit and land into the next county.
Mm.
So I lived in Morgan's Fish Camp, and
Wow.
it was a trailer park surrounded by this lake,
Okay.
and they had cabins where tourists would come and rent the cabin and
Yeah.
go fishing.
And then you guys lived there.
I fucking had to move really fast,
Mhm.
and I found this trailer park, and the guy goes, "Oh, this trailer is perfect." It was a really nice trailer, a double wide trailer, which is like redneck luxury
Yeah,
type of
yeah. My
double wide.
grandparents lived in one. It was like actually really nice.
Exactly, and he goes, "But it doesn't have it has the power box in the back of it, but we haven't installed. The city hasn't installed a meter yet."
Uh-huh.
He goes, "If you give me your deposit, I can pay them, and I can pay your thing." And I said, "Fine, that's cool." I got scammed,
Yeah.
and I had to move. I moved into this place, and I had no power
Oh man.
for 6 months. And I was dumb
What?
enough to give the guy more money to go, "Hey,
What?
go fucking fix this."
Oh.
And then I realized he wasn't gonna have, so I stopped paying him. And after 2 months of not paying him, he came and asked me, "Where's your rent?" I said, "Bro, I don't have power." A month later, he doesn't even look at me. The 6th month without power. I'm like, yo, I start walking towards him in the trailer park, and he goes, "Hey, do you have your rent?" And I just rocked him. with everything I had.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he was one of these slumlords that for some reason, everyone was scared of him.
Why?
He was this
They just
fat,
didn't know where else to
short
go.
white guy, and I guess they didn't know where else to go.
Too hot.
Bro, I cold clocked this dude and dragged him to his trailer, and his wife is there, and she
Yeah.
fucking comes out with a bat, and I grab it, and I pull her off that front porch, and she just hits the ground
Oh,
and goes out.
oh my
I'm like,
god.
well, fuck it. While she's sleeping, you open your fucking safe.
Damn.
He's like, bro, I have copies of your IDs. I don't give a fuck. Bro,
Yeah.
open your fucking safe. And I
Damn.
basically took everybody's month that rent that month, got it at U-Haul, and drove back to my house.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's a good story.
That's how you do it with a
That guy
slumlord.
had it coming to him.
Yeah, dude, those.
Fuck that.
They're pretty shitty people.
So, what did you do this week?
What?
Chiz.
Yeah, I did a lot. I went to
Cheers.
IKEA.
Chiz.
Shiz.
Made stuff.
I did make some stuff. Oh man, I made these pants.
Made some shiz.
I actually made some pants today too. The whole knee is Louis Vuitton.
I love that, by the way.
It's a Louis Vuitton knee. I'm not
New
done with it.
friends.
Um,
Close up. God.
hi y'all.
What up?
Oh, God, wait, what up, man?
What
Um,
up?
What up, baby dick?
That's
What
our,
else
that's our,
did I
that's
do?
our regular.
Baby dick.
well, I can tell you what I didn't do, Damien. I did not buy any Supreme because it was fucking trash.
It has been for a while.
Haven't touched that for
it's,
weeks.
Oh, dude, I haven't even looked at it. I haven't. First of all,
The alerts are off.
First of all, how are you gonna drop a $900 Anarch pullover
Mhm.
leather Nike? It's not even a windbreaker. It's supposed to be a windbreaker, but it's made out of leather for $900.
Mhm.
Oh, fuck me.
Like who's buying that?
I mean, look, my girl came home this week. Well, not this week, a little while ago. And I walked into the bedroom and I see one of those big white Dior boxes
Oh.
with a pretty band around it. And there's fucking boots in it. And I look at the price tag and I'm like, $1,000? Like, first of all, my favorite boot, I love boots. And Doc Martin did a collab with Continental Tire.
Mhm.
The whole bottom of the
That's
fucking, it was
cool.
a Doc Martin boot, but the tread
Yeah.
was a tire tread.
Mhm.
And those were like $400. And even then I was like,
Yeah.
no. Like the most expensive shoes I own, I'm wearing. I have Versace dress shoes. These fucking Nikes are worth more.
Yeah.
And in this condition,
Time out. Technically, those Nikes $180. Just because somebody says they're worth more, they're still only worth $180.
retail.
Retail, okay, but when it comes to Versace and designer, it already comes out at a certain price of
Right. High. It's
quality,
not like a market
not
value.
quantity. You know
But
what
that's
I mean?
not. Yeah.
If you were to take like comparison to take these $180 shoes that are worth $700 because somebody said so, you know what I mean? To me and to you, they're not worth fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's the thing though. That's how I used to question all this stuff about Supreme and all this stuff. You know, I was like, yeah, it's the resale stuff. I'm like, well, who determines that value?
You know, I've
Desirability.
always wondered too. I've always wondered who is the one that's like,
It's
you know
just
what?
desirability.
We're gonna make this popular. This is what's gonna.
It's just whatever it's going.
Yeah.
It doesn't ever make sense because most of the time it's something like you don't even like. And speaking of Dior,
Oh yeah.
next year they're dropping a Dior Jordan 1.
But they
Oh,
showed
yeah, I
it.
saw the
Travis
picture, the
Scott
trade,
showed
the
it,
trade.
Yeah,
Bro,
Yeah. Mhm.
bro,
Yeah.
those are gonna be crazy.
There's only 1,000 of them made.
Yeah.
And they're dropping for $2,000.
Mhm.
Well, one shoe that I saw recently. You remember when I'm not a big shoe person. I got into shoes a little bit because my buddy here. And one cool shoe that I bought that wasn't like super rare, but it wasn't super available either, was these tropical Air Force Ones. They had pink and purple palm trees all over the shoe.
Cool.
Why don't you wear those?
They're in the closet, actually. Yeah, you're right. I should wear those shoes. I wanted to kill these. My goal when I got
You
these.
should wear them like this weekend when you go do Basel.
Well, these-
Good shoe.
Look, these Off-White Air Force Ones,
Yeah.
for some reason, when they came out, everybody was about them.
Yeah.
And he was nice to give me these pair for my birthday last
That's
year.
nice.
This is a year later, and now they're torn in the back. You know, they're destroyed.
Yeah.
They're destroyed. And the day I got these shoes from him, I started wearing them. And it happens every other week. Someone will be like, bro, you're fucking up them shoes, bro. bro, those shoes were money, bro. I said, bro, they're
You're
shoes.
supposed to be wearing them.
Who cares? They're
You're supposed to
You're supposed to
fucking
be
wear them.
wearing them. I mean, girls don't like buy high heels and then just look at them. They literally wear them, and they normally like go in the bathroom and like stand in some piss and like deal with someone's throw up.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
like girls wear their shoes, so I think that like if you're gonna buy expensive shoes as a dude, you should wear your shoes too.
You like super grinded that. Look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, yeah, it's just that
just
whole.
wear them.
It just wear your shoes, bro. Like,
But
you
it's
know,
just also it's like a hobby. People want to collect those kind of things, so
and I
the
understand
value
that.
just comes right from how much somebody wants it.
When I'm a very, I've never had cool shit. So very recently, like maybe 4 years ago, I bought my first pair of Jordans,
Mm.
and I was all proud of them. They're these bright red Jordans. And I put them up online. I was like, bro, those are shit, dog. Those are whatever Jordans. I'm like, yeah, but they're my first
Yeah,
pair.
I think that's cool.
I've never
I
had
don't think
these
that
shoes.
matters.
And it doesn't even matter. Just like I always tell people, if you buy stuff because you like it, that's why you should be buying
Yeah.
stuff.
Not because
You
of the
shouldn't
price or anything.
Buy stuff because
Exactly.
you think one, like you said, the price. If you feel it's expensive and you think somebody's gonna care, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. If you buy something because everybody else has it, you're gonna look a little more sillier than like buying something that like nobody has. That's why
Exactly.
like I don't understand, and I always go after these kids online whenever I'm like, yo, why aren't any of y'all different? Y'all all wear
Yes,
the same stuff.
exactly.
Y'all all look exactly the same. Y'all are like cookie cutter.
Yeah.
When
it's
I was
weird.
a kid and you wore the same outfit as someone else at school, you literally got made fun of.
No, you were a poser.
Yeah.
Like,
You were-
why is there not such a thing as a poser in social
Because- and just
settings
like-
now? Like, because everyone is a fucking poser.
Just like when I was a kid
Weird.
too, if you called somebody a hype beast, it was the same thing as calling them as like a culture vulture
Mhm.
Yeah.
or a poser.
Yeah.
And now kids have turned hype beasts into like a real
A
thing. They're,
compliment.
they're like, I'm a hype beast. I'm like, no, that's a derogatory term that you're being called.
Dude,
You know what I mean? Like,
and
it's
people's
not
sense of style now, it's like, listen, I've been a metalhead my whole life, so that means I dress like a metalhead. I'm like, well, no, there's differences. I dress like a death metaler. Baggy jeans, baggy shirt, doesn't have to be black, but whatever. I don't really think about what I put on. So, like, this whole weekend, people have been looking at this jacket. Bro, I love that jacket. I'm like, bro, I bought this for $10 at an Army
Yeah.
surplus store, bro. Yeah.
Basically.
The fucking patch, the Pantera
Yeah.
patch costs more than the fucking jacket.
Yeah.
true.
Dude, we saw those really cool like military pants that there was like made in Saudi Arabia army pants at
Yeah.
the
Oh, nice.
thrift store. I
Yeah.
was just like, do I need these? But they were sick.
Yeah,
All
Saudi
the
Arabia,
tags.
the military clothing is very well. Everything from Saudi Arabia,
It was
Saudi
like,
Arabia
it
is
was
made
like
for
that desert,
Yeah, Saudi
desert
America. It's gonna be
digital
that someday.
camo.
Watch, you'll see.
Uh,
Saudi
cool.
America, it's gonna be ours
South
one day.
America.
So we'll fuck up over there. and We'll be like, oh,
Saudi America's
we'll find a
coming
way to get
very
that oil.
soon. Yo, you just like that was they already heard it. It's
Bro.
too late. It's way too late.
bro.
It's too late.
But no, like Saudi. One thing I did look into was Saudi police uniforms, because I watched Ken Block do a drift video in Dubai. I mean, in Saudi Arabia, and the police were standing on the streets, and their fucking uniforms are beautiful,
Mm.
gold lace and all
Well,
this stuff.
this was like American military, but like made in Saudi Arabia for the Americans. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, even then it's great.
Yeah, it was just like cool, like sand digital camo stuff.
Well, there's so many. There's expos every year, like war expos,
Hmm.
where companies come out with new weaponry or new vehicles or clothing,
Yeah.
things for military. And man, the
Which
shit
is
they
the raddest expo. No.
oh yeah, but like civilians can't go to it.
Yeah,
like,
I know, of course.
It's all
I've
like,
seen War Dogs.
yeah, like it's fucking nuts. Like
It's good. movie.
like war is money, period.
Absolutely.
You know, so sometimes you gotta stage a coup,
Hmm.
sell some bullets.
Hey.
And like, I don't know, I all that stuff I love looking into, especially military and shit like that. Like, that stuff's cool.
Mm.
But I don't know why that reminded me. Well, first of all, we need to talk about you.
Okay. We
What's
can
your
do that.
name?
We can do that. My
Okay.
name's Kayla.
Good Kayla.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I work in e-commerce and I do digital advertising and marketing, social media marketing,
Nice.
some other stuff.
Are
like
hashtags
graphic
that big of a
design.
deal?
So if I'm a company,
Yeah, they are a really big deal.
if I'm a company and I want to like make sure my web page is getting as high as it possibly can on Google,
Yeah.
you could help with that.
Yes, I can. I try to like help people source the right employees, like, cause I use virtual teams, so I have like, my office is in my house, and I have employees in all different countries, but I'm still running a company.
Yo.
So, yeah, I just try to like help people see that that's a way you can run a business.
Oh yeah, definitely. This day and age, it's
You
definitely.
don't need an office. You can have employees and tell them exactly what to do. And also, like, every company has a website, but like you can't just have the website. So you have to do stuff to make people get there.
Yeah, you have to get your clicks. You have to
Right. So to be
find a
able
way.
to get in Google High, you have to put the right words on the website. You have to
Yeah,
make sure
so-
the words match what you're doing.
Exactly.
You have to put lots of words, but like there's a lot of different ways you can do that stuff.
Yeah, like somebody told me not that long ago. My Instagram is a couple years old,
Yeah.
but I have over 20,000 followers.
Yeah.
Someone said when I got to 20,000, I'm at
Uh-huh.
23,000
Yeah.
now. When I got 20, they're like, "Bro, you're at 20,000 fucking followers, and you never use hashtags."
Yeah.
And I'm like, Instagram is built in a cool way that even if you don't use hashtags,
Yeah.
it will on the discovery page.
Yes.
It will put you almost
Yeah,
in the
based
right
on
area.
engagement. So engagement
Yeah.
will put you into like non followers like explore page. But also like just using hashtags. I mean, I run tests on my own Instagram just to see what happens if I do and I don't.
Yeah.
And like 40% of the views will come from hashtags.
I look at my insights, and
Yeah.
it says a lot of the.
And it's not like you need to be all over the place, but you should use all of them, and they should all be relevant to exactly what you're doing, and like mix up between ones that have lots of pictures with them and ones that don't. But like the easiest tip for that is always use like the same 30 to 40 and mix them up on every post, so that it's always showing them I'm talking about the same thing.
So what is your take on people who want to turn into like somewhat of a news outlet and like almost repost content?
What do you
that isn't
mean?
theirs?
Like
Like a meme page?
like on a website,
like
on an Instagram?
it's like I think it's called a Creative Commons copyright or something like that, where it's like
You're talking, yeah, it's like general content, but those sites are made. What I think you're talking about is like sites that are like dummy sites that have like generalized information and they lead you into sales sites like that.
No, like
Oh.
they're posting like news articles
Okay.
that they didn't publish, but they're
They
they
just
want to
repost
repost.
Right. So the point
Just
is
to
that
get
because
traffic.
so what they're doing is they're using like the really high value of those websites, those news article websites like AOL.com or
Yeah.
BuzzFeed.com. They have really high resonance with Google, so they're using their like score with Google
Okay.
and posting that video, that whatever ad or
Whatever
video, whatever
content
that thing
and
is
the
on
views,
there,
because
so that they can get that high, like it's like a rub off.
they're stealing the views.
But it's not a steal. It's more just like it gives them higher.
dominance.
It's not called ranking. It's a different word.
Standings.
It's just like basically just
relativity scores.
something like that.
That's cool.
It's really detailed. Like that's search engine optimization, and like it's so complex. I really wanted to understand it for my company, so that's kind of just why I learned everything I fucking possibly could.
Yeah.
But it's like so many different things. It's like I thought, I could just do everything on my website, right? No, it's like you need to keep updating and checking. It's crazy.
With social media marketing, at
Yeah.
least, I know that more. And I'm not saying I know a lot. I know enough to where I know how to approach a company
Yeah.
that's on social media
Yeah.
and convince them enough to pay me to show
Right,
their product.
right.
Because I do have enough traffic
because
to do.
affiliate programs are out there. Like
Well,
there's no
not
reason
only
why I
that, but
shouldn't be
just like
trying to take
freelance
them.
affiliate work.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and
If you have traffic.
that's cool enough to do like that. But what's really cool is that Instagram, from what I noticed, is that it's built enough where I never use hashtags, and my Instagram is not like
What you should do is run a test.
Well, I have run tests. I use hashtags once in a
Different
while.
sets and see what happens.
I use hashtags once in a while,
Mhm.
and especially if I repost something, I
Yeah.
use those hashtags.
It's really smart though for you to do it because you really want to be getting as much access and like reaching people that you didn't.
I
think
have
you
like
could.
a decent reach, and
Yeah.
I see that on my Insta. But what's cool is like Instagram on its own, it's AI or whatever they use, is developed enough to where my page is all over the place. I'm not a we page. I'm not a
I'm not
review
right.
page.
I'm not one thing either.
I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
So I've had friends tell me, bro, I see you on like my Discover, and their Discover happens to be mostly weed people.
Yeah.
That's what they watch.
Yeah,
And then somebody, bro, I saw your car on my Discover. You know, because I'll post a video about me working on the car.
got it. Yeah.
Instagram will automatically put that
Mhm.
around those
Also,
without using
Instagram also ranks like live videos, saved live videos, and also just stories
Yes.
higher in discovery. So if you can do like you guys do live videos a lot, that's really good. That actually gives you higher ranking in Instagram's algorithm to your
Yes.
followers and to your followers' followers.
Yes.
So it's really smart that you do that. Like I don't ever do that, so I don't have any like I don't have any viewership because I just don't try that hard.
Also, you know, these marketing companies,
My own account.
they know how people operate to a certain point. And when Instagram started their stories, automatically they found out that people will press on someone's story, and it says like when their story ends, it goes to the next person, like
Yeah.
snap almost.
Yeah,
That people watch stories more
yeah.
than
Absolutely.
people's
I
fucking timeline.
I have way more viewership on my stories than
Yeah.
on my timeline, and that's because Instagram's algorithm now is mega controlling timeline
Yeah.
and screwing everybody, and I hate the timeline
It's
now.
also
It sucks.
it's little things though, like your thumbnails, things like that. Like when you post a video, what's your thumbnail?
But also your engagement is really important. So like writing something that means something in at least your image post, not your video like timeline
Yeah.
post, but like your your real photos that like would be like high quality photos.
Yeah.
It's really good to like write something there. You know what I mean? Like
Oh.
tell a story. Like take 5 minutes out of your day to just chill and write something with that. And that will definitely give you more engagement with your followers.
This past year,
They want to know you.
this past year I've been doing that a lot. I remember, last year I had a couple people tell me like, bro, fucking, you have a bunch of followers and most of your captions are, yeah, dude. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
mhm.
Sometimes I have to like tell myself like this is just for my personal Instagram, not the businesses I work with or anything. But I have to be like, you can't say go fuck yourself again on your Instagram post like caption. You know what I mean? I'm like, I need to like be a little bit nicer.
Oh yeah, I mean, and then also like their algorithm and everything, there's flaws in everything. Nothing's perfect.
It sucks. It's
Yeah.
fucking
They ban
horrible.
accounts that
It's
should never
rough.
be banned.
I want it to be. I want
Yeah.
a chronological timeline again. Okay, I
I
want
love that
that
too.
on the Trump thing.
I want that too, definitely.
What do you think about the likes being taken away?
I like that because it doesn't really fucking matter to me. It says thousands. If you know it's a lot, it says thousands.
Is that well, dude? You know, it's funny. TMZ,
Why do you really fucking care?
we make fucking stupid people famous now
Mhm.
because of social media.
Yeah.
We have
Oh, yeah.
a lot of stupid
Yeah.
motherfuckers
Yeah.
who are making money
Yeah.
because of something dumb.
Uh-huh.
So TMZ is, in my opinion, they're scum. But TMZ was following these two fucking Instagram models. First of all, we live in a day and age where, fucking paparazzi are following Instagram.
Yeah, it's
social
not
media.
even. Well, the thing
They're
is, social
stars.
media got rid of paparazzi. They don't need it because they can do their own paparazzi.
But
now.
TMZ is a paparazzi company,
Yeah.
and they were following these two fucking Instagram models. Okay, these two bitches where basically their whole page is just look at my ass, and they're like, so what are you gonna do? If Instagram takes away likes.
No,
We'll leave Instagram. Like people actually think of this too
Yeah,
much.
there's not going to be anything. Did you see that documentary of those people that were from like what was the mini snippet video
What is
app
this?
that's not around anymore?
MySpace.
No, not Vimeo. But what was
Vine.
Vine, the Vine thing.
TikTok is the new Vine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how those people were like, I was famous, and then the app died, and then I was nothing, and now I have nobody.
Exactly. Like people think
Now
too much into this. I've been lucky to have a bigger account that's
I can't
never
do
been
this,
to,
it's too tight.
Fuck.
never been.
Well, you need to. This is too
My
much.
bad. Yeah, my bad.
No, it's not. Like I've never had a probation period with my screen. Other people on probation,
No.
or like you can't go live for a little while.
No, I don't
I've never
think
had
so.
a scared delete where people are like, oh my god, they deleted my account. Like I've never had any of that happen to me because I don't post anything crazy.
You post a lot of weed.
Well,
I
You're
post-
still, I don't think
I
you're
don't
still.
post a lot of weed.
But you're promoting
I post,
cannabis products.
but not only that, if you see anything on my page, weed
The
related,
reason why
it's
anybody-
never in amounts. You don't see pounds on my page.
You're not
You
like
see money
hitting
on my
up.
page.
But it doesn't matter though, because the only reason why anybody's account gets that way is because somebody's like, oh,
Hater.
fuck this person.
Sipping that
And
hater.
then-
Yeah.
But even when that's happened to me, I know people have fucking reported my page before in the past. And it just depends. I mean, I don't know. You get lucky. Sometimes it's the luck of the draw. You know, some people get fucking banned on Twitter because they wrote Trump. You know,
Did he get banned on Twitter? What the fuck?
I think they took it. What did
The
they
fuck?
take it on social media? There
He's
was
the
a
Put him in
president.
a little like bassinet and like I don't know,
Bassinet
kill him.
in a pram, in a
Yeah.
nice little pram,
Send
watching
it down
those
the
toys out.
hill. Yeah. Right on down.
They fucking just the whole social media thing though, and like marketing and all that. It's such a new thing, and it's such an amazing thing that
Yeah.
it's a new. First of all, it's new jobs basically, and the social media marketing aspect I love. Now, when it comes to like the whole
Not pretty people.
being ranked on Google and stuff like that, I used to scam people on
Like
their
selling
Google
that
business,
stuff.
their Google business listing.
Oh.
Right, I used to fucking scam people on that shit.
Yeah,
And,
but
like-
actually, Damien, that's not a scam because you're really putting their business on a listing.
A lot
You're
of
really putting them on the map. There's
Yes.
a lot of businesses.
You mean you were telling them that you were going to get a high ranking or automatic?
yeah, it
or
was something basically it was
Right.
phone calls,
And
spam,
Right.
There was
I
spam
got
phone
you.
calls,
Yeah.
and like
billing them a bunch of times.
Call
and shit.
center.
yeah, it was a call center.
I
yeah.
worked in one.
When I worked in one, I realized real quick that whole
Smoked a lot of cigarettes,
sector
yeah.
of working is all like people in rehab or fresh
Yeah,
out of
absolutely.
rehab.
Yeah.
I think like what broke the back for me was like this guy walked in one day. He's like all proud, opened the door, and announced he's like, "Oh, I just got my 6-month sober card." I said, "Who gives a fuck? You should have been smoking crack in the first
Oh
place."
God. Who gives a fuck?
And everybody in there says they're in fucking rehab and it's really fucked up. They're like, "Fuck you." Like,
Yeah.
I worked in a crazy one
Fuck 'em.
for a very short time. It was right before Christmas time, and like the 23rd of the month, they like call each person in, and it was kind of weird. They were training me, but everybody was like, just like on their own schedule. They were like, they came on all in suits. It was like really weird. They came in, gave me a bonus. I had only been there for 3 weeks. I didn't do any sales yet. They gave me a $600 bonus. They were like, okay, come back on the 1st. I come back on the 1st. No one's there. The doors are
that
unlocked to
happens
the
a
office.
lot.
Not a single person was there. And I got brought in because a family member knew the owner of the company. No one showed up until like 11:30. I just stayed there from like 9 to 11. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Maybe I forgot something. They didn't tell me noon or something like that.
So
The entire company, the assistant managers broke into the owner's office during the break, stole all the leads, and started a whole new company
That
selling
happens
this thing.
too.
And took everything out of there and just took all the employees and just ripped them.
Lovely.
What?
yeah,
And I was the only person there.
that's another thing I hate. The word leads because
I didn't know that.
yeah, but
I didn't know that they had this scheme because
that
I
you have
just
to
got
buy
brought in.
leads though. There's programs and websites where
Yeah, absolutely.
these fucking call centers have to pay them monthly
That's the
to get
point.
like a million numbers, a million random.
You buy lists. That's
Yeah,
the
you
whole
buy
deal. You wait
lists,
for lists.
different parts of
They
the
buy
country and
lists.
shit like that.
It's not
Right,
sketchy. It's just a thing.
I think
Lists are everywhere.
I just.
I
it's
mean,
so nuts.
basically, like, I'm not selling them because that's not the person I am or what I'm trying to do in my business. But like, in one of my companies, I have a list of like 12,000 email addresses. You know what I mean? I send emails to them.
Another question I have is, you said e-commerce. Now,
Yeah.
can you explain exactly what e-commerce is?
Just buying or the act of selling products online that get sold and shipped through the mail.
Okay.
That's it.
That's
It's very
it.
simple. What everybody
That's
does.
Yeah.
E-commerce is buying shit online.
Yeah.
So
Even-
like, like storefront commerce is going into the store and buying something.
So you mean I can add e-commerce to my non-existing resume?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You own an
you
e-commerce
can.
business.
That's kind of a
It's
bullshit
basically
thing.
what is involved in it is like dealing with all of the different parts of product finding, sourcing, or manufacturing or designing, putting the
Okay.
website together, dealing with the artists that put the website together,
Yeah.
probably learning a bunch of shit like that. That's what I do. Learn how to design websites and stuff. Yeah.
I had a website for a short time. It was cool. Like you'd go to metaldamien.com and you just click into my Instagram.
That's so
Like,
awesome.
that was like a
There's nothing
fucking-
wrong with that. It's a redirect.
Yeah, it's a
really good
redirect. Well, one thing I've actually looked into what I thought was amazing
idea.
was a tab link.
Amazing.
Now, a tab link is that you click on it and like let's say someone be like, click the link in my bio to go to my YouTube,
Yeah.
and you click on the link and it goes to this random like very plain page and it has multiple buttons. It says, do you want to go to his Twitter? Do you want to go to his?
Oh, so
YouTube,
it's like,
do you wanna go to
okay.
his
So it's like a port.
It's a port.
Yeah,
It's a tab
interesting.
port. Like, they
Never
call it.
heard of
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's great. It's a newer thing I've been seeing. Fucking Jason Mewes,
Mhm.
Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. He he had a post that said, "You click the link in my bio." I clicked that and it said, "Do you
Oh,
want to go to
that's
my
cool.
Twitch? Do you want to go to my website? Do you want to go to my YouTube?"
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
"That's fucking cool."
Yeah, that makes life easy because you really like. It's hard to get people to the right thing all the time, and like everybody's eyes look differently on the screen, and like everybody
Exactly.
wants to find the information in different places.
There's websites now that, well, it's called like link in my bio.
Yeah, link in bio.
Compiles all
I love
your,
it.
Yeah, compiles all the links
Have
you've ever
you
put in your bio.
seen
Yeah.
those? I keep getting these ads. There's this card that like you put all your information on
Mm-hmm.
and you give it to
Mhm.
someone and they just wave it in front of their phone and all your information pops up, like your all your links to everything. So
Like
it's
a
like
business
it's like
card
a
type
yeah, but
thing?
it's like a little plastic card.
Mm.
And whenever they wave it under their phone, it like automatically goes to everything.
Oh,
and,
that's cool.
but it's like a business card.
That's cool.
Mm.
Kind of like how people have like their whatever you can like get little like
There's a
codes
business
made.
card. It looks like a business card, but it's USB
QR
to
codes. You can
flash
get
drive.
QR codes.
Yeah, QR
Like
codes.
This
any,
has,
of
this has like a
anything.
little chip or
I
something.
have one of those.
Yeah.
One thing I did see is like this, flash drives, the USB flash
Yeah.
drives. Well, now they make them so thin that these people have it looks like a credit card, like a business card.
Hmm.
It's an actual, like some people, it's printed on there, like their business or phone number and all that,
Cool.
but they don't have like a fold out USB,
Mm-hmm.
like in the
And
card,
that's like
and
a,
you can put it in and get like
a
just specialty
presentation or
things on.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first time I saw it was somebody I know. Yeah, that's good paper. They just filmed a documentary. That's good fucking paper, bro. Yeah.
Where did it fucking come from? Dunder Mifflin?
Totally.
Smoking
Dunder
cigarettes.
Mifflin's got the best.
It's like DuPont paper, not good.
Smoking cigarettes.
No, but yeah.
Oh man,
I want to wait for this thing.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you.
sorry, David. The other day I was watching something. I was watching something that I think it was one of those narco shows or something. But they grabbed they were mixing something and like they had a big ass bucket and it just said DuPont on it.
Yeah, that's
Well, it
right.
could be a lot of things. DuPont makes a
Yeah.
lot of things. But recently, a lot of people. There's a lot of. I get mad when really bad things happen in our country and they get swept under the rug. And
Like
DuPont,
that dude,
like what dude?
the DuPont dude.
Well, not only the
Did you
DuPont.
see the
DuPont-
documentary?
Well,
Talk about it right
the what?
About the psycho shit he did?
No, I saw one thing. I gotta look that up.
It's crazy.
But one thing I did
You said
that really fucked with
you
me,
seen it, Brandon?
and and like you watch documentaries about bad things that happen to
Yes.
people, and you're like,
Yeah.
wow, I'm lucky that's never happened to me. I watched The Devil We Know, and it's about DuPont and when they invented Teflon.
Oh.
Now, to process and do Teflon and all that
Mhm.
stuff, DuPont was dumping all their
course
Teflon
they were
waste
sick.
into this water.
People have
Supply.
Teflon in them all around the
People,
world.
that's what I'm saying. For this, I found
Around
out
the world.
that a lot of people have Teflon in their systems,
Wow.
and it's terrifying because the towns that DuPont was doing this in, though, they were dumping the waste into like local water supplies,
Oh my
but then it
god.
seeped into people's groundwater, like, into their wells, and people were able to turn on their faucet, like from their sink, and light the water on fire.
Yeah.
I
Fucking
remember
terrifying.
hearing
And
about
people were
that.
dying, animals were dying, and DuPont was just.
It's on
I've
Amazon,
seen-
right?
I've
Yeah,
seen
it's
some
on
movies
Netflix, I
about
think.
They would turn their
stuff like
faucet
that.
on and put a lighter to it. It would like
Well, I mean, and
flamethrower.
like
Seen
major
some movies
companies.
about
What scares me and bothers me is that companies like that, major corporations like that, have so much influence with their. Even when they do horrible
The
things like
devil
that.
we know.
Yeah, The Devil We Know.
This.
Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
God.
I'm gonna add it to my list.
Yeah, that's a. Wow. Oh, if you're on Netflix, you should really watch The Irishman.
Oh, I have it
my-
saved. Oh no, we watched it. We
Yeah,
watched it. I
we-
didn't like it. I fell asleep.
What?
It was so fucking long.
That's a great fucking movie.
I was like,
It was a good movie, yeah. It was a
too
good
many
movie.
stories. I'm like, you gotta minimize the stories. Edit down a
Yeah.
little bit,
Really
guys.
fresh
A little
water
bit.
supply, Minnesota flooding water with dangerous levels of copper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. See that?
Well, there's a
So
lot of
copper in the
things.
water, very dangerous. Also, did you
Oh,
know
no,
that in the
well,
United
no,
States they
no,
put
no,
fluoride
he-
in the
he-
water, and
well,
fluoride is fucking bad for
he
you as
says that
shit.
Horrible.
He says, I take supplements to balance
Estrogen and testosterone levels.
What?
Yeah,
And
distilled
recommended
water.
drinking
Exactly.
distilled
That's what I drink.
Yeah,
I don't.
water that has
See,
nothing
I
in
buy vaporized drinking
Yeah, and
water.
people are like, oh, it's not good for you, but it's like, you
No.
don't need anything out of water
No, they
besides
put
hydration.
stuff in there.
All
It's
you
weird.
need out of water
Well,
is
water.
hydration.
You know that new
Actual
water
water.
company that's called Just Water? I'm like, why do you have to tell me you're just water? You must be
Exactly.
something else. You have to be
There's-
something else
yeah.
besides
Well, the
it.
thing is, natural waters like there's a reason why
Dang,
distilled
copper's
water
not
tastes
good
bad.
for you. Copper is
No, it
distilled
doesn't.
water.
It tastes like nothing.
Exactly.
I like
has
it.
nothing. Spring water, natural water, has minerals and things that are good for your body.
No, you don't need all that stuff.
And
You get it in other ways. You don't need it. You don't need
I guess.
it. Do I look horrible? I don't drink
one
that
thing
shit.
doesn't do, something
bunk.
else will. So you
Yeah.
take a multivitamin.
Yeah, I
drink
take like 8
distilled
vitamins
water.
a day.
now that's another thing. I you know, I got friends that are fucking plant-based or vegans and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
David, you have friends?
yeah, a couple.
I thought
Um,
I was your friend.
You are.
The whole.
But the thing
I
is,
mean,
like,
you have acquaintances.
yeah, people I know. And-
Damien knows some people.
but they're like plant-based or vegan, and you know they're not getting all the nutrients that they need
Because they eat
So they take
M&Ms and granola bars
So
all
they
the
need
time.
fucking
Okay, what
pills,
the
and they take
hell?
fucking pills and shit like that. And like, there's so many pill companies and
Yeah,
vitamin
me too,
companies that you
Green
know
vibrance.
they'll advertise something like we have this and this and our pills. And then you get a lab test and none of that shit's in there. It's a fucking chalk pill.
Fucking
Yeah, you
best
need
lighter
to, like,
ever.
Pass it torch.
That's
Like-
for sure
like
because like, I don't know if you know about like probiotics, but like if you buy just like probiotics off the counter, they're like literally dead. They don't do anything. You have to buy them like from the refrigerator, like live culture.
Yeah, it
So
has
there's
to
like
be.
it's like $1 million industry of probiotics that are just
They
dead. They
don't
don't
do
do anything. It's just like taking nothing.
It's
And people are just buying them for no reason.
Yeah, they say a lot of like the basic generic like vitamins are bullshit.
Well,
They're just, like,
That's-
a lot of America is living off the placebo effect. You tell
Yeah.
them something.
but you don't know it's a vitamin. You don't know if you feel better. You're just like I don't know. I think I don't feel
That's
no
what
better.
That's
placebo
what I'm
effect.
saying. That's the placebo
Yeah.
effect because you're like, you read the package and it's like, oh, like I have this joint medication. It's like results in 7 days. I'm like, my joints still fucking hurt. You know what I mean? But to somebody else,
Mhm.
they'd be like, oh man,
Yeah.
fucking day 8, my shoulder's actually not that bad. But in reality, it's like,
It just took 8 days to go away.
yeah.
It's like
That's exactly what it is. Like, yeah, fucking
Yeah.
rest up for 7 days.
Right.
On the 8th day, you're gonna
Mhm.
fucking feel fine.
Yeah. I mean, I first learned about that stuff through a lovely little chemical called cortisone.
A lot of it's
Mm.
nice.
And I was a football player and a wrestler throughout high school, and well, my knees were always getting fucked up.
Mhm.
You know, the athletic coach just cortisone, boom.
And that's
Damn.
Cortisone doesn't
Yeah.
repair anything; it just numbs it.
They were just allowed to do that shit to you?
Yeah, so like it
Yeah.
numbs you out, and you think that it's just better. You're just adding more damage to it now because you just don't feel it.
Yeah,
You know?
you're supposed
Yeah.
to chill.
So
Yeah, so
like
you're going on
cartilage
even
is
harder.
destroyed, and like most of my joints from like the waist down because of cortisone.
Yeah.
And it now, like that's how I found out about the whole, you know, this thing with pharmaceuticals and all that,
Mm.
because a lot of it's just bullshit. It just doesn't treat it. It just
Right.
makes it livable.
Yeah,
You
for sure.
know?
Have you guys like listened to any of the podcasts or watched any documentaries on like the NFL, like the,
Oh yeah, concussions,
the
CTE.
yeah CTE shit?
Yeah, my
Wow.
dad is a fucking victim of CTE. That's really bad,
That
but like
shit is
it's
crazy.
it's a real thing.
Justin Winslow Jr. Is suing the league because he has like he says he has like some spinal injury or something,
Mm.
and like
But it's also traumatic brain injury. CTE is it's like
What about that?
It's
Like that one Islander guy that's committed suicide. He shot himself. There's a documentary about
Yeah.
him. To that. What was it like? Lucky or Happy or something like really like.
he plays for the Dolphins, I think too.
He played for San Diego.
Yeah,
Played
yeah,
for the
you're right.
Chargers.
well, there's more than
Oh,
just him.
Junior Seau.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's more than just him as an example. Like a lot of people will argue that what's his name?
The murderer.
No,
Jason.
No, the young kid from
Chris-
Boston. I mean,
no, Chris Benoit, the wrestler,
Oh,
who
no.
just one day decided he was gonna strangle his wife and son to death.
Oh yeah.
Hernandez.
Was a
Yeah.
victim of CTE though.
Aaron Hernandez.
Oh,
Aaron Hernandez from the
You wanna
the
Patriots.
documentary about. I mean, the podcast about Aaron Hernandez is
Yeah,
good
but-
as fuck.
I
The
gotta
thing
look it up.
is, though, Chris Benoit took out every single member of his family with a cross-face crippler. That's how he took him out. Like with
That he
his
performed his wrestling move.
like he
That's
took
why I
him
think
out
it-
that way.
that's
Like,
crazy.
from behind.
It was just like
and pulled their
stuck in
heads
his
up.
head.
I guess that's why I really felt like
You
That's
could tell
weird,
whenever
though.
that
He
dude
was
wrestled, you could you could see in his eyes, like that dude, like his eyes were always just like.
But CTE was first discovered a lot. It was first looked into boxers.
They can't find it till they're dead because they have to look at their brain.
Well, I mean,
That's what they said.
this whole discussion of it came from boxers because
They can tell the symptoms, but
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can't. They
and
can't.
they can't
Like, they
actually
can't
see it.
diagnose it until they're dead.
like a great example.
That's
I love the
terrible.
UFC. I love MMA because I believe it is safer than boxing.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you why. In boxing, you have a big padded glove, so you're confident
Yeah.
enough to hit with all your
I
force.
know.
You get hit a lot more in
That's why I
boxing.
kind of think it's better. It's
MMA,
more fun to watch.
The fights
boxing
get stopped sooner than later. You know,
Mhm.
you get knocked out again, it looks vicious, and you bleed.
but
It looks vicious.
I also feel like kind of getting punched with something that's not hard and that's like soft, like
Mhm.
is more of a chance of like
If you connect with the glove, it hurts more.
yeah, you know,
Well,
what I mean?
it's-
like
Yeah.
You understand? When
getting
you get
punched
knocked
with a
out,
hard fist.
when you get knocked out, it's because your brain hit
Yeah.
one of the walls in your skull.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It bounced off
Yeah,
something.
it's just every
Like-
time you have a concussion, it's really bad. And
But
you
the thing
have
is, well,
hundreds and hundreds and
boxing,
hundreds
look
of
at
them.
this. In MMA, you get hit and you get knocked out, you hit the ground, fight's over.
Not
Yeah.
really.
Boxing,
Yeah, but
you get
sometimes
hit.
yeah, but they're trained to get up. Okay, that's
Listen,
the other thing. It's
But
not
in
like they're
MMA,
just like,
though,
oh,
if you get
I'm
knocked
mad.
out, if
You know,
you
it's
get
not like
knocked
touch
out,
football.
some guys in MMA, they get knocked out, that's it, they're out. Even if they're out for like 3 seconds, they're out, and that's enough to stop the fight.
Yeah.
In boxing, the dude can get hit, and he can be sleeping, snoring on the ground for 5-6 seconds, wake up from being knocked out, stand up real fast, because that's what they're trained to do,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and the guy's like, okay, you keep fighting. And then he gets automatically knocked out again, and that's what's causing all this damage. You look at people like Muhammad Ali. That's towards the end of his life. He was fucking double dribbling balls that no one could see. And then even boxers that got out of it clean, like Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard never got hit. Like Sugar Ray Leonard never got hit a lot. But even now, you look at him when he speaks, you hear. So we went down to the market, like just to think about it.
Yeah,
And
so that's
it's
hard.
scary. Like
That's hard.
that's why like there's so many great success stories now in MMA of fighters who retired early and
Mhm.
retired well, and they're gonna have healthy lives because of it. That's why I think it's safer.
My third cousin was a Golden Glove boxer, and
Mm.
whenever I met him when I was little, he stuttered so much. He had like a
Exactly.
stuttering problem,
Mhm.
and like he'd always just kind of just stare off, you know, like kind of just like the
Mhm.
lights were on, but nobody was on.
Yeah.
At home sometimes,
Yeah.
like you just have this like dead look in his eye. And I even asked my dad, I was like, "What's wrong with him?" I was like, "Is there something wrong with him?" He's like, "No, he's a boxer." And I was like, "I don't know what that means."
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then,
that's
like,
a,
this is
that's a
like,
real
I
thing.
don't know what that means.
I mean, like now there's so much knowledge about it where it's safer. But you know, when I was younger, you know, I went to Miami Beach School of Boxing for half my life,
Yeah.
and it was boxing, and I loved it. And I remember one day the boxing coach at school was, "Damon, do you want to, you know, keep doing amateur fights?" And you know, I never questioned it. I always competed. And that day I was like, you know, I don't know. And he goes, "Don't. That's it. You're done." He goes, "You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You have to have both feet planted."
Mhm.
He goes, "If you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you're gonna meet a fucking animal who has his feet planted in the mud. He's gonna kill you." And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Mhm.
And then I got into the fucking backyard fighting in prime, you know, during the Kimbo days and all that. And that really solidifies it. Like, yeah, I don't want to fight Kimbo. These guys are fucking animals.
Kimbo's boss.
Yeah. Oh, he was super boss. But then there's a lot of like everybody now in the UFC really likes George Masvidal, and he's from Miami. There's videos of him 16 fighting in the backyards of Prime with Kimbo watching and Level
Yeah.
watching.
Oh, really?
I don't know anything about this.
But, like, I
watched
love-
all that when I was
But all
young.
that brain injury stuff, that's why
Yeah.
MMA and even bare knuckle boxing and Muay Thai fighting. Yeah, MMA, Muay Thai, you can hit somebody with a bare elbow. You
Yeah.
only have a padding on your fist, which is fucking stupid. If I kick you in the head, there ain't no fucking padding on my shin. You know,
Yeah.
you're getting solid bone against the side of your head. Same thing with an elbow, things like that. But even then, since every trained fighter, since they don't have padding in those areas, they would never hit as hard as they can. You know, on the risk of breaking things.
Yeah.
There's so many fighters that you watch their interviews like, yeah, I broke my hand on his face in the first round. You know, like
Yeah.
that's it. You
Yeah.
know, so it's
I
a
guess
real.
that's the idea, right?
So like all those brain injuries and stuff like that, it's
Crazy.
being caught earlier now. But with the NFL, it was boxing was bad. With the NFL, I thought it was even worse because
Yeah. It was just like
you even had like the example I said of like,
blatantly fucking these dudes over.
oh, yeah,
Just being like, any pills you want. That's what I heard in the
Oh, yeah,
Aaron Hernandez
everything.
podcast was like that. Like it was just like they were just giving out
They
pills.
gave
Like
them-
literally
anything.
on the plane to the game, they
'Cause
just
they
been
have to
handing
play.
out pills.
they have to play. The same thing happened.
Everybody was addicted to Vicodin. Like
Yeah.
that's so
Their
sad.
job
Same
isn't to
thing
be
happened.
100%. It's to be healthy
And
enough
if
to
you,
play.
what they said was like when you go into the NFL, they tell you there is a 100% chance you're going to be injured. 100%. Not 100% chance you're gonna succeed.
Yeah.
That you are gonna be
That you're gonna be
Of
injured.
course. You gotta understand, you got dudes running full speed at each other.
Yeah.
They're hitting
Exactly.
each other. 250-pound men.
That should
More,
be your, like,
more the lineman for fucking Oakland. I saw the other day. He's 330 pounds.
Dude, you
6'8".
you remember in the
You do it. You do it.
90s,
You do it.
in the 90s, Miami Dolphins lineup, like
Damn,
dude, like,
yo.
dude, all those
We had
dudes were,
huge dudes.
dude, those guys were like
Times.
huge.
Yeah. Dude,
Times.
and like football, the example I use for boxing of like guys getting knocked out and like they have to count to 10, right? You know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's even worse in football. In football, a dude will get knocked out by accident. Nowadays, they'll take him off the field. But back in the day, dude get knocked out, they'll come over there with the salts.
Yeah.
When he gets ass up, you good? Yeah, get in the huddle. Keep
Right.
going. You know, and it's
I've seen Varsity Blues.
Rudy, but like
Sean Astin.
that's all being captured a lot earlier now, and that's a good thing. Not to change the subject from what we're talking about,
Yeah.
though, it just reminded me.
This is good.
A big check on my bucket list was always go see Slayer live and
That's
stuff like that.
fucking
And Slayer was for the past 2 years has been on a farewell tour.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it
they
was
were here,
farewell.
right?
Yeah,
my friend went.
they did the whole world.
Yeah.
It's taken like 2 years. So when they came to their Florida stop, you know, I went with my best friend,
You went.
Holiday here,
Super
and
gnarly.
Josh to go see fucking Slayer on their
Did
final
you buy
tour.
did you buy a dreadlock
Yeah, I spent fucking-
a dreadlock wig to take you back in time?
No, I had
Okay.
dreads.
Yeah.
Oh,
during
you
that
still
concert.
did then?
There's some
Okay.
cool videos of me for like 5 minutes straight. Just
I
winding
didn't
down
know
my
you did
hair.
dreads, but I heard it was cool.
Mm-hmm. But we went to go see Slayer on their final tour. It was really touching to me. Like I had emotional moments in the, like during the show, standing on the line, all these big death metal heads and all this shit. I'm like, I'm fighting back tears. I'm like, what the
Yeah, I was like, did you cry?
So Slayer played their final show the other night. That's it. The last show. Done. They decided to bring a lot of their favorite bands to be their openers. So Primus opened up for
What?
Slayer.
Wow, that's cool.
What?
My name is Mud. Opened up. I got
That's
goosebumps just for saying that.
crazy. Damn.
Primus opened up for fucking Slayer. First of all, Jeremy was at Slayer's last show. Goosebumps.
Yeah, lucky.
So Primus opened for Slayer. And then
Sick.
Phil Anselmo, the original singer for Pantera, but Pantera broke up a long time ago.
Yeah.
Phil Anselmo and the Illegals, okay,
Cool.
doing Pantera songs.
That's fucking amazing.
Okay.
Wow.
I still got goosebumps, okay?
That's cool.
During Phil Anselmo's last song, they played Love for Pantera. Jason fucking Momoa, the actor, Aquaman,
Random.
comes on stage, grabs him like, you take this love. Super death metal. I'm like, dude, Jason Momoa got fucking pipes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Then Slayer comes out. Does her last show. Last song plays. All the members walk off stage except for Tom, singer. House lights go on, everything comes on. He stands there, hands off his bass to a guy, and he goes, I just want to thank all of you for being a part of my life.
Wow.
But now it's done.
Whoa.
I love you guys. Good night. And he walks off. Then he posts on his Instagram, him and his wife. His wife is like a 4th degree black belt.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Are walking. It's a back shot of them walking down the hallway, and it just says the final walk.
Wow.
And I
That's cool.
fucking burst into tears because I was just like, oh, like I do because it's so. To me, there's certain things in my life that are historical.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially the music.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you have Spotify, but today I got my Spotify notification where it tells you it breaks down what you listen to the most all year.
Oh, nice.
What were your favorite bands all year? And since I've been with Spotify for like
I
5
listened to
years,
all those bands. That was in the 2000s.
but since like Spotify I've been with for like years, they gave me my artist of the decade. The artist I've listened to the most this decade, and it's 6 Feet Under, Chris Barnes. It's my favorite singer. And like, yeah, I love fucking 6 Feet Under. So, and I happen to know him. Like the fact that I became friends with like my favorite lead singer was really cool. But, you know, music's such a big deal. So the Slayer show then, all that, they asked, Kerry King already did a fucking interview for Kerrang magazine. Kerrang, congratulations on being around for fucking 40 years, by the way.
Damn, that's a long
Yeah,
time.
dude, that's for a metal
That's a
magazine.
long-
That's
Any
fucking a long
magazine,
time.
that's crazy.
Speaking of Slayer, what is you guys' favorite band of 2000s? A band you wouldn't tell anyone, like AFI or Under Oath, etc.
Two-
Well, I
2000s.
did listen to AFI and I did listen to Under Oath at that time. I listen to everything. I've always listened.
I don't know. I don't really think anything else.
I think my
like
guilty
sucks.
pleasure for the 2000s,
I mean, I listen to like.
Godsmack.
Drilling
I mean,
fresh water. That was
I could say like the
Godsmack was
90s, like.
The Godsmack was 90s. That was like
You think so?
that was like right before Eminem.
Okay, so
Yeah, no,
And I
I
did
would
listen to
say
Godsmack.
Limp Bizkit. I had like 3 Limp Bizkit CDs.
Dude, I still-
I literally
I had
did.
one of
If I
those.
still had my CD collection,
I had,
I would still
Dude,
have those.
chocolate starfish.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Butter water.
$3 Bill is their best album.
I didn't know that. I called
I
that.
didn't know they had a best album. How
Yeah,
about that?
first $3 Bill's their first album because it has
I
it
still
has
love Limp
Faith on it.
Bizkit.
And
Still
it
love
has,
Limp Bizkit? Me too.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one song on my phone.
yeah, because that first album has Faith.
I
And
did
then
it
it has,
just like for a reason like this.
Man, back from the 2000s.
Counterfeit, that song Counterfeit. The other day I was like, man, I don't know names of songs, but now like I know like songs that I used to listen to.
Just gonna let it.
I listened to a lot of ICP when I was a kid too.
We can't play too long of that because they'll pull
Oh,
us
with
on
the
YouTube.
Normal
No,
Method
just
Man.
pause it, yeah,
That's from Significant Other.
Man, what was the fucking
What's it all about?
Papa Roach?
Yeah.
Maybe that one song.
Cow.
Yeah, that was a good song. Limp Bizkit and Method Man.
Yeah.
That was a cool fucking
Yeah.
song. I won't lie about that.
Yeah.
Yo, that Limp Bizkit
That's what
Break
that
Stuff
was.
video with Pauly Shore.
Oh my god, so good. I love Pauly Shore so much.
Really?
Best dude ever. Yeah, I
He's
love
so
him.
weird and
Are you
like
kidding?
He's
Wait,
so weird.
Biodome and Son-in-Law
Those
are
movies are
literally
great.
2 of my favorite
Okay,
movies.
those are-
ever.
I love those movies
If
too.
you
I am
didn't like
God.
them, I would be leaving right
I am God. I love Biodome.
Yeah.
I fucking love Encino, man. We used to do this,
now. Yeah,
man. All right, I was all into Pauly Shore. But then I watched an interview with him on Joe Rogan. What?
He's like wicked retarded, right?
He's like wicked retired.
That's the best way to
It's
explain
wicked
it.
retarded.
Pauly Shore used to have that show where he was like doing.
Him?
Yeah, he used to have this show, like I think it was on E or
It's
something.
like reality, right?
Yeah, and like he had like a bunch of like Mexicans that worked for him, was like doing like pool work, he had like a construction company or
Oh, yeah.
something. It was so weird. And then like I think like Family Guy or someone made like a bunch of jokes about it.
Oh,
And then
yeah?
I saw his interview with Joe Rogan, and then I really started disliking him because
How did you get so lucky?
one place that I love is the Comedy Store in LA.
Yeah.
Mitzi
Okay.
Shore
Mm-hmm.
was the owner of the Comedy
Mhm.
Store. I didn't know that was Pauly
First
Shore's
of all-
mother.
Oh,
First
what?
of all,
So that's why
You
Pauly
know
Shore.
he was like
that's how Pauly
Hollywood
Shore
famous
got-
because of that?
Yeah, that's what exactly.
Okay.
But then I heard this story. This is why I really like. I won't. If I see Pauly Shore, I'll just wave at him maybe.
Yeah.
Because I heard this story about fucking Andrew Dice Clay goes to the
Yeah.
store and he has his 2 sons with him.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, they're like 9 and 10. And Pauly Shore walks over and goes, "You gotta get these fucking kids out of here." Like right in front of the kids.
Yeah.
And Dice goes off on fucking Pauly Shore and all that stuff. And then Dice made me laugh. He goes, "I took my kids outside, they're crying." Like, he's like, "Oh, the kids are crying, like, oh, we can't go back into the store." He goes, "Do you know what this means for you?" He goes, "You are the youngest people to get kicked out of the fucking store." He goes, "You're gonna be fucking legends. You know, you're gonna be legends.
Don't be sad. You're gonna
Don't
be
be
legend.
sad. You're gonna be legends." You know? So I just, but that's why they probably should just turn me off. Like and I'm like, I've never seen him in person, but, and like, he had a tried to do a stand-up career. That didn't work out for him. Your fucking mother owned the biggest stand-up club in the world.
No, and he's like more
And-
like a trippy like
Yeah, he-
skit
or-
comedy.
yeah, like,
Like,
you know,
in
he's
his
an
own
actor.
zone.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I consider his comedy like
What?
Dane Cook.
But like, no.
No.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll tell you why.
The
Dane
fuck?
Cook does this is Dane Cook's comedy. So I'm driving my
Understand.
car and I fell into a ravine. It's basically just physical.
No,
Say
no,
stupid
it's
shit
not
comedy.
that. But no, Pauly Shore's an actual actor.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, Pauly Shore was
Call
a
him.
character, and the fact that like he was a character like as Pauly Shore, like himself.
Brandon
That's why he pretty much played himself in every fucking movie,
Yeah.
and he
Basically.
played the same character because that's just who he was and
Yeah.
who he actually is.
Yeah.
So like that's why he had everything. That they didn't make him like play a secret agent. They didn't make him like, you know what I
I mean,
mean?
he literally
Do you know
played,
what
he
that
played
reminds
like an
me?
irresponsible son and
Do you know
irresponsible
who was another
student.
actor like
Yeah,
that
and
for a
then,
while?
and then they sent
And
him
an
to the army.
irresponsible boyfriend, an irresponsible army candidate.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler was another actor like that for a long time, where he just played the same type of person over and
Dumb,
over.
drunk,
But
like
check
didn't
this
go to
out.
college kid.
He, because of the new movie Uncut Gems or whatever,
Oh my god.
he's up for multiple. He's never gotten an acting award.
Is it
He's up
good?
for multiple
Is it
acting
out?
It's
awards.
like a serious movie.
They said it's a serious fucking movie. It's like his first real dramatic.
He like plays this jeweler,
He gets in that debt with the mob and shit.
Yeah, and like steals a bunch of money and spends the money. Paul Pierce is in it.
It's nuts.
Hmm.
So
So
we're over an
Brandon
hour.
says, "How did I get so lucky to find you people? Such a cool foursome."
Yeah, well, we're a threesome. She's our guest. But who knows?
Had to do it.
So when Brandon come back, we'll do the closing. Yeah, but
But also the thing about Mitzi is she was the one, like she was literally the fucking gatekeeper of who was gonna be famous.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that's why Chris D'Elia, he was the last one that she was like, you can't. And right now, he's booming. Like he's doing better than like Dario went and seen him in Tampa, and he said that they filmed for his new Netflix special.
What's up, Sean? My friend is watching our podcast right now.
Oh,
My friend
nice.
from high school, Sean Hurley, is watching this podcast. This is amazing. I'm
Well-
actually gonna see him in San Francisco. Hi.
I'm sure I remember. There is. You out of here?
Yeah, I'm out here.
Bye.
Well, Brandon has left the building, everybody.
Yes, Bud Bucks is out of here.
Bye.
Have a
See you
good
later.
night.
Later.
Low Emil.
Y'all be safe.
Ciao.
I don't want to close that door. I like the sound of breakfast.
Oh. Wasn't there something you were gonna show us? Some cool thing that you were gonna show us? Some grinder, some cool shit?
Oh,
You were gonna show us some shit.
I have a grinder from Biden.
Yeah, get in here though. Like you're not in enough.
Ugh.
You seem
So-
so far away.
You guys are gonna be able to see this too much. I don't know if you left a bunch of weed in here. Material.
Use this thing.
Yeah, it's called material. But yeah, butter grinders are your standard grinder. It's pretty cool. I do like these things. It's your 3-part grinder. You have your upper part where you put your material, where the material catches, and then your key catcher at the bottom. But what separates this from your normal grinder is it has a cool little magnetic door. So when you grind up your material, you just pour it up directly into your wrap. You know, paper, blunt, whatever you want.
Super cool.
Yeah, I like these things. It has good weight to it. Like there's that one. It's like a little, new age, smart design.
And I like the fact that this is magnetic. And
Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
just
yeah.
like a regular, just flat door. Like it's
not floppy.
It stays closed. Otherwise, that thing
Exactly.
would flop open.
Like it's a cool design and it works, and that's what means much to me. If it does what it advertises, that's what makes it a good
Yeah.
product. Like even the simplest grinders with just 2 parts.
Yeah.
If you make them good enough, they're amazing. Like there's a company called Mendo Mulcher,
Mm.
and they have these
Ooh, that
CNC
sounds
fucking
cool.
titanium grinders. They're super sharp. That if you slide your finger
Mhm.
across them, you're gonna cut yourself.
Don't want to do that.
Yours even comes with weed in it already.
Right? That's one thing people are like, oh man, I don't care what grinder I get, I always get weed cut at the top of it. So that only happens because you put material in and you squish it. You're not supposed to do
Yeah,
that.
You
yeah.
put too much in it.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. And, I'm guilty of that, but
Respect the process, right?
yeah, exactly.
This is a freshie.
Yeah,
This is a very freshie.
respect the drip, Karen.
Hey.
Karen.
Karen, I'll beat you in the head with a fucking iron, Karen, if you don't get in the car.
Super cool.
So I'm glad we moved to Thursday nights. Just sucks it's a work night for me.
I mean, every night's a work night though.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I bought a Powerball ticket today for the first time.
Sometimes I do that where I'm like, yeah,
Fingers
I'm gonna do
crossed
that
for
this
Damon.
week.
Yeah,
You bought
right.
a Powerball ticket.
If I win the
One, another
Powerball,
one. I'm not gonna jinx him. I'm not
I'm not gonna do a lot. I'm not gonna do a lot with that money.
Just give me some.
I'm gonna buy a piece of property.
You're not
Couple
supposed to
cars.
double cross this jinxing.
Oh fuck. Shit.
One hand.
It's fine, I already lost it.
Too late.
Yeah, it's like we're fucked.
You got this. You got
Pandora
this.
doesn't go back in the
Nah.
box.
I always had fucking, if I ever saw a real physical manifestation of that, like Pandora's box opening, and it happened to be like a person, like, I'd be like, no, I'll put you right back in. You can't do that. Yes, I can. Get in there.
Get out of here.
Liver shot, bam, you're going in there.
Not happening.
Oh,
Yeah, but doesn't Pinhead come out of Pandora's box?
no, Pinhead comes out of a supernatural puzzle. Pandora's box is just fucking, it's depicted as like a Chester, or Hope chest almost.
Really?
Hope chest is like the
I have one.
the treasure box your grandparents had in front of their bed.
I have one.
Yeah, I had one
I
too.
know what a hope chest is.
And
Why did they call it a hope chest?
This guy
that's
knows.
where
He's
when
cultured.
back then when families got married and stuff like that. it was-
Damien smokes Marlboros.
Yeah, I do. Oh,
They're in the shot.
Dirty skank.
They've been
Dirty
sitting there the whole
skank.
time.
damn. Well, on that note,
Take a fucking dab.
no,
That was like a.
I don't know what time it is. I wake up at 5 every morning.
It's not time.
It's temporary anyways.
10:50. It's only 10:50. What the
about
hell?
11.
You're not
We get
going to
10 more
sleep?
minutes. I gotta sleep. I have to. I gotta drive 40
Right
minutes. Eventually.
Chill.
Next hour and a half, I gotta be
Chill.
sleeping. Obviously, I'm not allowed to lay on my back in bed because I snore.
Oh.
Yeah. I wake up to a Latin voice. Roll over, baby. Está sonando.
To the side.
I'm gonna buy this mouthpiece. Yeah.
Oh, I have presents for you guys. I brought presents. Hold on.
Nice.
I
No bread and nice.
forgot. Yeah, he doesn't get his present.
Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
He didn't want to wait in line for Santa. I brought you teeth whitening.
Nice.
Yeah.
I definitely need that
Smokers
shit.
always want to whiten their teeth.
Are these the things with the light in it?
That you don't have to use the light. This is just the gel in the tray.
What's that thing?
Ew.
The white stuff.
This is gonna hold your tray. I ran out of my kits because of my sale that was running. That's for you.
That's cool as shit.
Yeah, so you can whiten your teeth. So the teeth whitening gel whitens all natural teeth.
How long does this last? How many uses?
That's like 10. So there's
Nice.
10 milliliters, so it's like about 10 uses, and the tray has like a top and a bottom, and you just squeeze a little bit of gel in the front of the tray, like where your teeth, the front of your teeth would be. And yeah, so that's the business that I started like in 2012, and I've been running since. It's the whitening store.
The whitening store?
Yeah,
You have an
yeah.
Instagram for that?
Yeah, the whitening store. The whitening store.
Oh, I can't wait to
Yeah.
fucking post about this.
Yeah, so it's super easy to do. You just do it at the end of the night. I normally do it like after I've brushed my teeth and smoked some weed and I'm watching TV, and I just lay there and whiten my teeth for like 20 minutes and chill. And it's like relax time. Remember I was like saying earlier, like you need to
Yeah.
find time in your day to just chill. Sometimes I'm like, today I'm gonna find 20 minutes to
If
do
I tell
nothing and
Julia
whiten
that
my
I
teeth.
need 20 minutes alone every day.
Maybe she'll want to do it
make my
too.
teeth better, she'll be like, that's good, baby. I've been telling you to go to the dentist.
Maybe she'll want to do it too. If she does,
Yeah.
let me know. I'll give you some.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
Yeah,
much.
absolutely. Thanks for having me. That was
And it's made in
fun.
America.
It is. It is made in America. It's made in Florida.
Boca Raton.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see how white my teeth are? Should I get really close to the camera?
No, they can see.
Really?
Jesus.
You can tell compared to
Oh my God. Let's not do that again. My teeth just look
No,
like
we
compared
should
to my
like do
face.
this. Like this is the before for you guys, and then we'll do it after. Yay! Thank you guys so
Oh my
much.
God.
Thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So don't forget to follow
The whitening store.
the whitening.
Yeah, the whitening store.
website www.thewhiteningstore.com.
Yep, that's it.
Nice.
How long to see results? Depends on the person. If you have like more yellow teeth, it could take like 3 to 4 times. If you don't have that yellow teeth, maybe 1 to 2 times. Doing it at home is good because you can do it to the level that you want instead of going to the dentist and leaving with chiclet teeth. Like everybody gets freaked out.
Ooh, yeah.
People are always like, "Oh, I'm gonna go pay the dentist $200. It's gonna hurt a lot, and I'm gonna look like a
Yeah, you leave
psychopath when
with
I
their
leave."
teeth all sensitive,
And like it's so painful.
Looking like-
So this is not like that.
looking like Ross from that episode of Friends.
It's
where
better,
he
like,
goes
you
over that
wanna
girl's
be able
house
to
with the
do-
black light.
what you want with it. You want to be able to like control it. People don't want to have to go places and like not know what's
I
going
went
on.
to a
And
kind of
there's
a
10 uses, so even
Yeah.
on the third use, you still got.
A lot more.
a lot more to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna start doing this.
Yay!
Yay. I'm gonna make a vlog about this.
Yay!
Make
You
a video a
should.
day about this.
You
This is cool.
should do it.
Progression.
Yeah, and then send it to me and we'll put it up
Yay.
for sure. Woo!
So, on that note, everybody, please follow Pulling Teeth Radio here on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow our individual pages, Holiday Burns, Metal Damon on Instagram.
You can go on the website and look.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm gonna answer that question. And what else?
Trying to remember my name so I can do this closing. My name's Willem Dafoe.
Is that it?
I mean,
What's your
just
name?
fucking.
I thought you were gonna do that pirate voice or something again.
I thought you said Willem Dafoe was a pirate.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on our individual accounts. Metal Tavian, Holiday Burns,
Kayla Sue in the USA.
Kayla Sue in the US of A.
Good night.
Hurry up, stop it. I can't stay still like this.